Good morning, Storage BTM TV viewers. My name is Sharina Awori. It's another beautiful day, another topic to discuss for the well-being of this nation. Uganda has lots of issues starting from the COVID-19 pandemic, and a couple of weeks ago we had the ban of exportation of a couple of items to Kenya from Uganda. As we speak, Uganda is also experiencing another difficult issues where our brothers in Sudan are being killed. So far, 15 are confirmed, but we need to understand the real numbers of our brothers and the reason why this is happening in particular. Today on the show, I'm joined by the chairperson of the Regional Lorry Drivers and Transporters Association to break down the truck drivers' issues in South Sudan. Mukama Wange, you're welcome on the show.
Thank you all. Yeah, my name is Ambairo Chinene, and I'm the chairman.
What is the current situation in South Sudan as in regards to the truck drivers who are already in Sudan, the Ugandan truck drivers?
Well, first of all, it is something which wouldn't have happened, and I think we are very sorry for this. But again, the situation in South Sudan is worse, because such scenarios didn't start yesterday or the other day, but something which has taken time. And we have been trying to address the issue with the leaders, more especially the leaders at the highest level. But I think nothing is progressing. As we remember, the other days we have been experiencing the kidnapping of trucker drivers and people asking for a lot of money. Some people, even if they pay even the money, like 20 million, the money can reach when they have killed the person. Or sometimes the money reaches, they release you. Sometimes the money doesn't go in time, somebody is killed. So, and what we mean by killing, that is human life.
Yes.
That is finishing people's lives and finishing someone's life, meaning leaving behind widows and orphans. So look what that suffer. And now, as we think about what happened last week, only last week, it started on the other Sunday when they killed the 5 people who were taxi operators in South Sudan, but moving from Koboko to Juba. They were killed, even their vehicles burned. Then on Monday, they targeted the trucker drivers. 5 of them were killed. Killing in a manner which is unbelievable, because you kill me and again you burn me. And then their trucks were also burned beyond recognition. Again, on Wednesday, on Nimure Road, because the other incident happened from Yei, Juba Road. But on Wednesday, the other week, again, what happened on Nimure to Juba Road, again, other 4 trucks were burnt from Kenya. Those were from Kenya. They were burnt and 2 drivers were killed. So we said, oh, what is this? Today, as we speak, the border is stuck. People are not moving. There is no movement. They are not entering South Sudan. So we are stuck here. And now, by being stuck, you know, in South Sudan, drivers don't go there for luxury. They take merchandise, they supply South Sudan. These are people who pay taxes in business. South Sudan, we supply them food, whatever, building materials, etc. But now the situation, the drivers who are driving these vehicles also, they need to have trust in South Sudan. They need also to be sure of where they are going, because they have families. The owners of the trucks also need the assurance that my truck has gone, but it will come, if God wishes, it will come back. Okay, if it has not come back, it needs a serious reason. But not this useless thing of we are quarreling. South Sudan has been having a tendency, whenever they delay to pay the soldiers, the method of communication they use is killing people. So that when the highest, has delayed to when the government has delayed to pay them, the communication they use is killing of people. If there is any reshuffle in the army, they sack this, they have sacked this one, they have suspended this one. The language that they know, they use. So that's how they communicate to their leaders. And we are tired of that. Today, the border is stuck, vehicles are not crossing, so drivers have decided to park until they get help from the highest authority, where they think they are supposed to get the security.
But what could be the problem? Because we've seen various peace talks from way back in the 2000s where the Ugandan government and the Sudanese government renegotiate. We have the peace talks all the time, and we have the East African community. We have the various ministries that can help out and negotiate immediately. But what is the problem? Why can't we work out a plan to see that Sudan and Uganda can work together in peace?
Well, that is a question which need to be answered by the East African community. Because the reason is why even South Sudan joined the East African community, because this is in black and white. They also wanted, they failed to bring forward the line of movement. As they failed to agree on how to move, that's why they decided to come and join the further institution, that is the East African community, to see how best they can regulate this younger country, that this is the standard of governance, this is the standard of cooperation. That's what South Sudan expected from the EAC, that okay, we shouldn't be owning these standards within ourselves, and we have failed to agree because of their issues and whatever, the background of education and the upbringing and whatever, because they spent 21 years in the bush.
Yes.
That is a longer journey. They have issues. So now they join the EAC just to get the standard of governance. But again, if the EAC, where they expected to regulate them, is so silent when they are massacring people, we are blaming what happened in Rwanda, that people were massacred when the world community was looking on. Now, today, when Somalia had issues, we saw some forces going and entering South Somalia.
Yes.
And I think it is a bit stable. Although it can't be stable 100%, but we think it is a bit stable. We have seen several times our army and even other forces going to Congo to rescue people, to keep peace. Sudan is very near. Sudan is our biggest market. We have interests there. Sudan is our biggest market. So why don't we go and see how we can help our people? Not helping South Sudan, but even helping ourselves. One, we are getting a lot of taxes from South Sudan. This is where some of our people are. Because Ugandans have gone deep up to Lumbeke. They are doing business. So we have interest there. That's why even you see our army is far deep in Central Africa Republic. Because of the interest of security we have. So we have also interest, very big interest in South Sudan. So we need to go, we need to see the East African community existence. The East African community must move from the documents to reality and see how we can save the integration.
Yes, have you received any truck drivers who talk to you to inform you about the current situation they are in, for those who are already stuck there in Sudan?
Well, there must be there, and they are there, by the way. They have to be stuck, because according to the understanding of the South Sudan people, because if these ones have parked at the border and you are still inside, so now you become the target.
Yeah.
You become the target because they think now your people, because for them what they are, they do all of these secret acts, but they don't want it to be published on the air. So now, today, as the trucks are stuck at Elegu, they know the press is there, they know the papers are writing, they know it is aired on television. So now they get also angry of that. So now you become the target. You become the target. And they are in a very bad situation, because anything can happen to them, by the way. Anything can happen from now, can happen to them. That's why yesterday we had a meeting with the Minister for Trade, and this we put this forward as a crisis, that this is very urgent, they need to be rescued.
As a person who knows the truck drivers so well, business-wise, do you think Uganda can survive minus Sudan?
We cannot survive minus Sudan because of the taxes. Sudan is our biggest market in the region. It is our biggest market.
So that means this is an issue that should be worked upon starting.
Yes, because now whenever you are a production, you need where you supply.
Yes.
You need a customer. South Sudan is our first customer. So we can't say Uganda can survive without Sudan. Because you see, as small as Rwanda it is, we have pain because we are losing a lot because of Rwanda. But now South Sudan is very big. South Sudan is bigger than Uganda. So we need South Sudan. We can starve. We can starve. And by the way, when a neighbor sneezes, you have to cough.
Yeah.
So those are the issues. And by the way, even that is like South Sudan. It is difficult for South Sudan to exist without Uganda,
So
because we are its biggest supplier. So we need each other.
I wanted to let you go, but I had one thing that you spoke about. They kill people and actually get out their organs, something like that.
Yeah, sometimes sometimes even they are natives. You know, this is something like this is not a target to Ugandans. I want people to understand it properly. This is not a target to foreigners.
Yes.
Even sometimes there is a period when they kill their own Sudanese.
Yes.
And they kill somebody. They even open his stomach and remove some organs, put them there. They can put the body there. The organs are there. So the murder is totally inhuman.
Yes.
And by the way, one last thing. Today, as vehicles are parked at the border, we must put it in mind. We must remember that COVID is there,
Yes.
and it is real. So we can't know what can happen in that congregation. You know, people have come together. There is a demonstration. Every time they are coming in the meetings, every time they gather, they come together for meetings. You can't know what is happening. Some people might end the strike when you have a good number of people who
Contracted COVID.
who are positive. So that is another scenario, and the Ministry of Health must look deep into that angle.
Yes, getting away from that, could it be the issue to do with the routes? Because if I quote from the Nanya County Commissioner, Mr. Morris Kenny, he urged businessmen to use Nimule route because it is safer. Could it be because of the route?
What Nimule route? Because that is where the other incident happened, and that is where trucks are parked.
So it's not about the route.
Sudan, there is no route which is safe. Which route again? Because Uganda, we use either Oraba, which is on the side of Koboko, to Kaya, Yei, but that's where the whatever the massacre started from.
It is so bad. But we need people out there need to understand as the association. For you know these challenges.
Yes.
How best would you advise the government to work upon this situation?
Yes, that's what I've been telling people, that we need the government of Uganda first of all to start anything that can save Ugandans. Because Uganda and Sudan, we have a blood relationship.
Yes.
We have a blood relationship. One, we share some tribes. If you count the Kakwa, you find them in Uganda and South Sudan.
Yes.
The Achoris, you can find them in Uganda and South Sudan. So we have a blood relationship. So Uganda must be in the lead when we are going to penetrate any negotiations in South Sudan and the East African community. We need them to come together. But South Sudan itself, as South Sudan, cannot manage this situation.
Yes, thank you so much. That is the chairperson. You heard what he had to say about the truck drivers in a country. We are waiting for the various authorities in Uganda to get to know how far they are working out this issue, because we are losing human lives.